Hello, everyone. It's me again, Delightful by Design, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, I appreciate your support. If you are a returning subscriber, please tell me where you're from so that I may give you a shout out. And if this is your first time, click the subscribe button and the like button, and then tell me what you think about this story by delightfully leaving your comment below. Delightful by Design is where you can get my delightful and unbiased opinion about the latest news, celebrity, and reality gossip, and other things of interest. That's why I would like for you to follow me on my social media spaces and send stories of your interest so that we may talk about it. And let's talk about this story, huh? Tiffany Haddish says her former relationship with rapper and actor Common was the healthiest and funniest relationship she's ever had. Until it wasn't. In a recent published interview with the Washington Post, the actress recounted meeting Common on the set of the 2019 movie The Kitchen. It's where I felt safest out of all of the relationships I've ever had, Haddish said of her romantic relationship with Common. But things went left, she said, as he began to withdraw and increasingly attend events she was not invited to. The couple reportedly split in 2021, and Haddish told the Washington Post he dumped her over the phone. It wasn't mutual, she said. It was more him saying, I think this relationship has run its course. And I was like, okay, like you're going to be a 50-year-old single man, okay? That doesn't match up with what Common said during an interview with Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee, Uncensored, in late 2021, in which he told Jason Lee the parting was mutual, and they came to the understanding that this is what's going to be best for us. To still continue to love each other and be there for each other is to not be in a romantic relationship because we won't be able to give to that, Common said at the time. I don't want to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
You were there without him, single, and you're single now. But I just interviewed him and he said the reason why, first of all, I have to tell you, as somebody who talks to you every single day, as somebody who knew that the relationship had ended, I hadn't even said anything. I read it on People. And then I texted to you, and then is that when you saw it? How did
No, I saw you. You texted to me, but my publicist texted me before you did, and was like, when they emailed me and said that People magazine just hit us up about this. We're not responding, and I was like, what the? Who the?
And you hadn't told nobody. So this is my thing. Like, how does your business about your relationship get out if only 2 people know that it's over?
No. More than 2 people in my camp knew that it was over.
Okay.
And I'm sure a bunch of people in his camp knew because I sure was calling them like, can y'all get my stuff out of his house? Can you send it to my house? Please, thank you. Appreciate it.
So how do you feel about it being over?
I'm fine with it. It's gonna be new opportunity. I miss him from time to time, but that's with any relationship, an intimate relationship that you might have, you miss them. But I'm fine with it. It's cool.
But he said in the interview that the reason why it was ending was because of busy schedules, which I didn't really, I mean, I love Rashid and I know you love Rashid too. And I didn't want to be rude in the interview, but come on now. That doesn't make sense because you're both famous, you're both busy, you both have schedules.
Right.
What did you think about that?
The same thing everybody else was thinking in them comments.
Well, people were saying he's the common denominator because they talked about his past relationships with other famous women. I asked him in the interview, does he have a thing for famous women? He says, no, he just loves powerful women.
He might be the type of person that never, really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like He's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower. I don't know. I wish him nothing but joy and happiness. You know, he will always be cool.
Okay, that's the PC answer. But were you angry when you saw his answer?
I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. I was like, oh, okay. Because that's not what you told me, but okay.
Wait, well, what did he tell you?
You know what? That's between us.
And do you feel like at this point you're done with, like, famous guys? Would you date another famous man?
I would one.
That's good. No, so you talk a lot about your journey with love, your father, your relationship with your daughter. In your book, Let Love Have the Last Word. Recently, you broke the internet. You and Tiffany are over, and I'm like the kid who don't know why the parents are separated. You know, here we are. I felt like as many people were a part of your relationship because you're not just because you're a public figure, but I have the opportunity to be closer to both of you. What happened? That they're saying that it was this busy schedules, but I mean, you're both gonna just keep getting busier. You're gonna keep getting busier. What happened?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say, like, Tiffany, as you know, is for me like one of the best people I met in life. Like one of the best-hearted and most authentic and caring people that I met in life, and that's what made me love her and be in love with her and want to be in a relationship with her and grow with her. And we, as you said, as the parents, we had a real healthy and loving, like it probably was the most mature relationship I have been in a relationship, meaning the communication, the respect, just all around, man. And even from the standpoint of dealing with the pandemic and being around each other and like communicating and knowing how to navigate that. Because a lot of relationships that I honestly have been in, I've been on the move because, you know, it's just me and that person we both have professions. Well, I think once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like we weren't feeding the relationship. And as you said, neither one of us is going to stop. Like we both care about our crafts and what we do. And we care about love too and partnership. But I think, you know, the energy that has been put into our careers and continuing to want to do the things that we do for ourselves and for people, it's like it was hard for me to balance all of that and keep the relationship fed. And I think, you know, I had to come to the understanding that and we came to the understanding it was a mutual thing, essentially, that we came to the understanding that, like, this is what's going to be best, like, for us to still continue to love each other and be there for each other, is to not be in a romantic relationship, because we won't be able to get to that. And I don't want to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And it's not about anybody else or another relationship, because that's not where my heart and head is. It's just really, honestly, it's actually committing to so much work that we do that it's hard when the other person is working just as much to actually give time and love and nurturing to the relationship.
But you're big on sage and cleansing space and really, you know, the chakras of the world. I don't know if that's if you're the one who inspired her to do it, because she inspired me to do it. I was walking through my house saging one day, and one of my friends says, "Don't bring that spirit in here." I'm like, first of all, it's my house. I'll bring whatever I want.
Exactly.
But why couldn't y'all have saged it, saged the schedule, something? I mean, was there just no way of figuring out how to make it work in the whole demand of your career? Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm biased, but I loved y'all together.
Man, I mean, I feel like our energy is great together, and I feel like we discussed it. We kind of gave it time, and I think, like, for one thing that because I care about Tiffany a whole lot, I was like, I want to make sure she is happy, and if I wasn't
Well, I feel as if Tiffany was a bit disappointed that this relationship did not end up at the altar. And it seems as if the two of them were a bit odd, in my opinion, and not meaning anything physical, but for the fact that the emotional type for each other. It is alleged that Common goes to a lot of relationships anyway. And Tiffany has had some bad relationships dealing with abuse, allegedly and according to her. So the fact that he is not inviting her to different events in which he has been invited, you would think that she would be his plus one. But then, too, some people don't want relationships overly publicized, and had she probably kept this relationship, I guess, on the down low, whereas others would not have been involved, then maybe she could have made it to get the ring that she claimed she didn't want. So, did you think that Common knew about that child case that was coming out against Tiffany as to why he tried to detach himself from her? So, y'all tell me what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.